So we knew that President Trump wanted to cut back on these fuel efficiency standards put in place by Obama. What actually did he do, or is he doing?
Well, basically he froze them in place starting next year, so they don't increase at the level that the Obama administration had originally proposed. Most controversial part of this, though, isn't the freezing of the levels. It's taking on the state of California and their ability to set these limits.
So let's be clear. Until now, at least, there was an exemption for California. It said, California, if you want to be tougher in your rules, you can do that. President Trump says, we don't want to give you that waiver anymore. California, you got to be in line with what we're doing federally.
Right. The Trump administration argument is that it's not legal in the first place. Giving California the ability to do that isn't legal. It's basically fighting words now. You're going to see this end up in court.
So the question then becomes, does it have a material impact? When we take a look at the percentage of EV sales for California, for example, they're almost 8%. They were like 1% just 3 years ago. Will that trend sustain without these subsidies, in essence? Or are we going to see it return to gasoline demand, huge gas guzzlers, that kind of thing?
I think there will be some return, and I think car companies will like this. Refiners will love this. So there's a plus down the line.
But will car companies like it? Because when this was first proposed, some car companies were saying, wait a second, if we're going to end this fight between California and the federal government, what are we going to do? We don't know how to invest our money anymore. We don't know what the rules are going to be.
Right. I mean, the question of not being sure is still out there. But once it's decided, if it's decided on the side of the Trump administration, it's definitely a plus for them.
But how long could that take? I mean,
it could take years.
Well, exactly. The state of California takes them to court. I mean, my experience in court is it doesn't move along that fast.
So don't you just have to go operations as usual at the end of the day before if it's taken up in court the whole time? You're not going to just change your factory model, right?
Well, I suppose you have to. I suppose you have to model it for the most restrictive. You'd have to follow California until you're told otherwise by the courts.
And also, modeling takes years. Changing things over will take years. So this isn't going to have an immediate impact. It'll have a longer-term impact.